Welcome back to episode 8 of the Reggies. You're here with three blokes who could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. I hope everyone had a ripper Easter break. We're your hosts, myself, Groper, one of the greatest tipsters to ever grace the Reggies couch. To my right is social media megastar and podcasting extraordinaire, Tommy Dahl. And down the end is the best-looking redhead in the history of the Reggies show and a bloke with a nickname for a name, Jace. How are we, boys? How annoying is it actually to tell people that your name's not Jason?
Oh, I cop it that often. I go, "G'day, introduce myself, I'm Jace." And they're like, "Oh, hey, Jason." I'm like, "I just told you it's Jace, but righto."
Have you ever gone home one day after multiple Jasons and said, "Hey, Mum, Dad, what the fuck?"
Too many times.
Have you?
Yeah. It's a fucking nickname for a name. Too many times I've had to do that.
Like, I like it. But being you and informal situations, so Jason?
Yeah.
Bro.
Like, I reckon when I first met you at work, I pretty much immediately called you Jason.
Yeah.
Because when you say, "Oh, my name's Jace,"
Even though my shirt says Jace on it.
I find it fun to call you Jason.
Yeah, a lot of people do. They take the piss out of me.
See, it's
for
like
it.
mine, like my name's Tom, and that's it on the birth certificate. So a lot of people call me Thomas or whatever, but I don't really, it doesn't really get to me that much. But that's a different thing, yeah.
No, it was
I
funny.
don't
I
mind
just
it. Own
remember immediately called him Jason, and I reckon before I could even get the son bit out, he just went, "It's Jace." Just straight up.
Fair enough.
But anyway, does anyone want a tip?
Oh, yeah, later on, mate.
Don't know. I'm a bit up and about this week. A tissue. What a fucking
cunt.
run.
Boy,
It parted for her like Moses parted the sea. It all just panned out so perfectly.
It was a great run.
I was pumped. I was pumped because I was on it pretty heavily. I'm like, yeah, sweet. And then I went, oh, for fuck's sake.
You knew it was coming.
Here we go. Yeah. And then there was just a sneeze come through the thing. Oh, chew. Oh, chew. Oh. As you do, though. You carry on when you
man.
pull off a fucking win like that, mate. It was good
too.
stuff.
Yeah, it beats really a miss, but I still had a little bit on fucking a tissue, so I didn't feel too bad.
Well, I only had a bet on a tissue, which made it even better.
Good to see it goes both ways then, eh, Russ?
Oh, well, mate, I'm not going to burn me money. I was actually up in Bowen with the old boy. So we were at the track. And, there was a lot of carrying on. After what wasn't a very good day up until then. So race 9 pulled us right out of the shit. But, look, my old man could stop anything, honestly. He is unbelievable at the moment. Anything that he backs loses. Like, I'm talking footy, both codes, racing, fucking doesn't matter if it was a horse, a dog, a trot. Anything he picked, he just it lost. And I reckon...
That's like fucking me, though. Anything on this show that I say just gets drilled.
I don't reckon... He doesn't help himself, though, because he tips rough as fuck horses. Yeah. And then he went... I think his tips were like Bulldogs to beat the Rabbits. He picked the Tigers to beat the Eels. Just like... anyway. It was pretty funny. I loved it.
He's ambitious.
Yeah, 100%.
We got a message from an anonymous Reggie listener, and so this is big news.
Ooh.
No, it's not really. It just confirms what we already knew, and that is Mitchell Moses is a flog. So, bloke wrote, and this is a direct quote, "Just listening to the potty, went to school with Moses, can confirm he is a cunt.
Oh.
Thanks, anonymous." That's what it
That's
said.
all.
Really?
I had to reply, obviously. I said, I asked, was he the dobbing kid at school? And basically he said back, his reputation around the area is terrible and it was always his way or the highway. So, fuck you, Mitchell. No one likes you.
He would just be the snobby fucking dob and get everything he wanted.
Yeah.
Coach's pet.
Yeah. So I thought that was awesome.
That was great. Great to get a bit of we know what we're on about there.
Yeah.
We're on the right path.
Yeah.
It's not confirm what we already knew.
Yeah.
We don't suck at everything.
No, that's right. I can spot a whinger. Being one myself.
A bloke named Robert Cook. Massive shout out because off his own bat, he's actually started to Photoshop together the Reggies team on like the old school team sheet.
Has he?
Like, when you'd in the early 2000s
Yeah.
and that it'd come up with the sheet and they'd all have a picture and
They
their
stand
name
with their arms crossed.
in the position. So that was awesome. He said he's going to finish that.
That's excellent.
And the best part is you can tell that it's Reggie as. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
Fuck,
professional at all.
Yeah, that's
and it
excellent.
made it even better.
That's prime.
Yeah, good shit.
But that sort of leads us in to our RRLC segment this week. We're building a club. We've started to build a club over the first 7 weeks of the show, and we're carrying on with it today. Just a quick one from last week. I got peppered on the messages about not knowing who Darryl Kerrigan is. And I'm talking the most messages ever sent in.
Wow.
And I tried to reply to every one of them, but sorry if I didn't get back to you. But I felt like I was just copying and pasting the same message. And it was, there is no way that useless fuck is making our team.
Yeah, that's right. Like it's a thing where you could bring it in at a different time where we're like, hey, we need some support staff, or we need a towel boy,
Or a lawyer.
fucking punching bag.
Yeah.
But we've put up back row, and you've put this bloke in who, fuck me, there's not a physical bone in his body. Look at the blokes that we've put on the field and their fucking attributes with sport. Pull your fucking head in.
You said that many times.
I
And that many
think,
blokes, oh, have you watched The Castle? Yeah, cunt. I have, and I don't remember fuck all out of it, to be honest. Like, obviously it's an
Yeah.
iconic thing, like Tell Him He's Dreaming and rah, rah, rah. It's a real Aussie movie, but come on, for fuck's sake.
He's not going to be our fucking run on second row.
But I think maybe the community was more pissed that we didn't know who it was.
Well,
Yeah.
they've put me in a situation where if I was in a meeting talking about fucking...
Shit movies.
Yeah,
And you'd know
then
who
you
he
go,
was.
oh yeah, old Kerrigan at the castle, talking about a Reggie's fucking second rower, and you've hit me with Kerrigan. Like, sorry, I don't know every cunt's name on earth.
Yeah, that's as soon as we fucking seen photos and that, I was
me.
like, yeah, we know who that is, but fucking
yeah.
straight off
So-
the dome, I don't know his fucking name.
That's like a movie made in 1997. A different
Yeah.
movie. I'm supposed to know a character's name off there in fucking 2023 when I've watched it once. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, and yes, I'm born in 2003. I know what the fucking castle is. He's just not getting started in second row, all right?
Yeah,
No,
that's right.
He definitely is not. But yeah, thanks for the messages. They were great. We just got one through about 5 minutes before the show was about to start. And I only listened to the first 10 seconds because I thought it was something else. And he's just ripping us. Voice message. So
One
we'll
of
listen
many.
to that after.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do, so didn't put the usual post up.
Nah.
Because we're slowing up a bit this week. We're just going to pick Daly's front row partner wearing the 10. We're sorting that out, and we've mentioned this bloke before, and there was no way anyone else was
Nah.
getting it. So there was no need to do the post.
Well, we pretty much put you cunts on suspension after
Kerrigan.
nominating Kerrigan. We went, well, fuck off. You can chill out. We'll give you a spray, and then we'll bring you back next week and include you again. Because fucking hell, that was a shocking performance from the Reggie community.
I can tell what's going to happen here. I'm just going to get peppered with messages again.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go fucking earful again.
Going to get egged in public.
Bring it on.
Yeah, fucking oath. But anyway, boys, so yeah, like you said, we're picking one position this week, and we didn't need your input. David Foster. Fucking
The Axeman.
chopper.
That's right.
The Axeman from Tasmania.
Now, because we don't just pick mongs with no athletic ability in the RRLC, I thought I'd run you through David's resume. So his athletic career, he started woodchopping with his father, George Foster, in 1978. And between them, they won the world 600 mil double-handed sawing championship 11 years straight. Real sought-after championship, that bastard. He and his brother, Peter Foster, continued competing and winning this event for another 10 years until 1999, making David a world champion 21 years straight. The pair lost in 2000 but regained the championship after 2001, after which David's son Stephen took over as woodchopping partner. He soon fucked old mate off, didn't he?
Hey, brother, fuck off. Me son's better.
You're fucking my paperwork up, brus. His other achievements in woodchopping include winning the Australian Axeman of the Year award 9 times in a row, winning every major woodchopping event in Australia and New Zealand, becoming the first person in sporting history to have won 1,000 championships and being the only axeman to ever won 6 out of 7 championships at the Sydney Royal Easter Show. The Australian Axemen's Hall of Fame in Latrobe, Tasmania, was operated by David Foster and his wife Jan from 2004 until 2006. Now, here is where the real Regginess comes from. Foster had one of the great kegs hanging off the front of him, all while kicking ass in these wood chopping events. A dead set, true blue, fair dinkum, fucking Reggie.
Absolutely.
100%.
And in my opinion, there is no better fit to don the 10 and possibly even captain the RRLC.
I reckon he's a very good candidate. There's going to be a heated debate over that.
Yeah, but I think that's what we do when we get the whole team assembled. That can be a big voting
Definitely.
system and shit. But
Can I just say, his name is David Foster OAM, which he's received the Order of Australia, which is an honour that recognises Australian citizens and other persons for outstanding achievements and service.
Well, he should be knighted. Should be Sir David
Well,
Foster.
if he's not English, so
Yeah, but if you're in Commonwealth, you can get knighted, can't you?
is it the Commonwealth?
Think so.
I
don't know.
I'm not going to even try.
Who gives
And
a
we
guess.
should have our own, I reckon. Call it the Joe. Joe
David Foster. No, that was a good spiel. Someone actually put that on our RRLC page, which was excellent.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, like you said, it's as Reggie as they get.
He's actually statistically the greatest athlete of all time. Like all those wins, you
Yeah,
list it
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
He actually is. So if you say, "Oh, but look at that big fat cunt," like he's
Yeah.
our prop and he's the greatest athlete of all time.
And look, you might make the argument that, like, not that many people are into wood chopping. I get it. But it's still...
It's 1,000, all right?
yeah, it's still fucking impressive.
1,000 is 1,000.
You go pick any sport and do that, I bet you can't.
Yeah.
He
That's
probably
the
won't
point.
be happy that he has to wear number 10, but he's probably fucking craving the 8.
Yeah, well,
But
look,
you're not taking it off
nah,
daily. Sorry,
sorry.
mate.
Yeah.
Daly's
Big
Reggie
Fost.
behaviour
just-
gets him over the line.
Yeah,
That's
Just
right.
Easy.
Yeah.
He's got a whole
Exactly.
rap sheet on Reggie behaviour.
Exactly. Where...
I'm sure this bloke does.
Yeah, he probably would. But No,
Born in 57 or 1958, so he grew up through the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
I imagine he carried on a bit after a big day on the axe.
fucking oath. Big day swinging the axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking prime.
Boys, while we're on the Reggie stuff, I've got to let you know I'm making a comeback
Oh.
in the most important Reggie's game of the year. So it's the Mac Baker Shield. Now, a lot of people wouldn't know what it is, but it's a local thing here. Calliope First Brothers, better known as the Fish, at Calliope's home ground, about 1 minute away from my doorstep. So a bit of an insight into the Mac Baker Shield, who he was and how it came about. So Mac Baker was an absolute legend who played for both clubs. Mac was a part of the Telstra gang that camped up on the hill at Silverdale, where the big tower is now. A lot of the guys that worked in the gang signed up and played for the Roosters in the early 80s. Mac was an uncompromising forward who played the game hard and let the other after-game activities just as hard. He was renowned for his loyalty and toughness and was always there to help out and stick up for his teammates. When Calliope folded in the mid-80s due to not being able to field an A-grade side, which was a new requirement imposed by the GRL, Mac and the other Telstra guys signed and played for the Fish. Mac had a long history with brothers playing almost exclusively Reggies for many years and became a club stalwart by coaching many junior sides. He was almost impossible to tackle with a very high knee lift running technique, making it hard to go low, and he had the Mel Meninga arm guard, which he nearly knocked you out if you were silly enough to go high. He is the sort of player every club needs. He made the club a better place to be, and even though he didn't play much A-grade, the boys loved him as he was always up for and organising some fun. Music was a big part of his life. Mac sadly passed away, and then the Mac Baker Shield was created, like the local Reggie's origin, I think. And in the long history of this game, the Fish have dominated. Calliope have won fuck all of them. Like I think we've drew a couple of them over the years. I think we have won one, but like Camo Masters and that said, in his time he remembers we haven't won one. Like we've drawn a few.
Yep.
But boys, what a reason to lace up the boots and have a run.
Yeah, for your one and only.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But against the Fish too, a bit extra motivation. Fuck the Fish. So it'll be good. I haven't played a game since the Mac Baker Shield last year.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah.
Ended up a draw.
Yeah, we drew with them, and you definitely shouldn't be able to draw a game like that, but they're the rules. But boys, I'm coming into this game with one of the reggiest approaches man has ever seen. So I haven't exercised once this calendar year. No longer working a job that's any sort of labour intensive. Haven't been to a single training session. Wouldn't have a clue what any of the calls plays are called, and not even sure who else is playing on the team. However, fear not, because I'm told we have plenty of forwards. And hopefully I land a bench start and they use me like a jukebox. Just put me on to deliver hits. And although you may think, fuck, this bloke is unprepared, there's a few things every Reggie has up his sleeve to rise to the occasion on game day. First of all, it starts with a winning breakfast, bacon and eggs. Then before the game, the big three come into play, deep heat, Vicks and strap and tape.
Yeah.
They're the big three. And the mullet has been freshly shaved in, and I think it's only fitting that I don the head tape on the weekend, tuck the ears in for when I'm out there trucking seed and crushing sternums.
Aerodynamics.
Fuck the fish. And that's me spiel.
Right. This is how this is going to go. You are going to come on with that much adrenaline, ready to go. You're going to be good for, I'm going to give you 3 sets of 6. So that's 3 with the ball and 3 without.
Yep.
So 6 sets, and you are going to just be gasping.
I'm going to be arm up. Hey, brother, let's go. But
So,
that's the
look.
spirit. That's what I said to the boys. I said, hey, you coming for a run? I said, boys, I have not done anything. I'm probably the unfittest I've ever been. They said, man, there's heaps of numbers that just rotate you through. And I'm like, heard that before, but copy. We'll see how we go. Anyway.
You're going to have to play a full 80.
And I'm a content whore. That's why I was just thinking, hey, it'll be fucking good if...
Are you going to roll into training on Thursday?
I got invited tonight, but I think it'd be un-Reggie of me
Yeah,
to
but
rock up.
just to know
But he
some
did
of
say
the names of
he
the
did
people.
say he did say that there was a fucking sausage sizzling beers on after, so I might rock up late.
Yeah, for the beers. Yeah, fucking oath. Don't even bring your boots.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, boys. I thought it was a meeting.
Oh, shit.
But
I thought it was
so I might go for a look. But that's down at the fields at Calliope this
this weekend. Get down there. That'll be awesome,
4:30
man.
p.m. So it'll be a bit of a laugh anyway.
Yeah.
but thought
I
I'd
remember
drop
going
that in
to it
on
last year, and it was at the fish fields last year. That was a good day. But yeah, it was a bit, shit to see it finish 20-all as a draw. But
Yeah.
you've got the Mac Baker Shield, but it is just a round game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another game.
That's right. So it's a round game, just the first game. I think brothers play Calliope and you win the shield. But yeah, no extra time. So hopefully we can get it done.
Yeah. Righto. Well, you're all good. If you break something, hurt anything, just don't hurt your gob.
Yeah, I don't. As long as I don't get Gary Larson, as long as I don't get fucking
Darryl Lockyer.
I might go the reverse Brent Tate.
Put it over
Just
your trap.
run a foam neck guard around the front. It's a money maker.
Oh, that's good.
I don't really have a neck, so
Someone else reckons he's having a run too.
Yeah, mine's not in Reggie's butt.
He's playing under 19s, everybody.
Yes, maybe in the young buck I am. 19s.
For who are you playing? Aren't you a Calliope boy?
Well, there's no 19s for Calliope, is there?
Oh, so who are you playing for?
I'm playing for the fish,
Oh.
which Tom's over the moon about.
When I found this out, I nearly got a fake ID done so I could play under 19s and bury him.
It's a massive 3-team comp between us, Tannum, and Emerald. So this weekend...
Oh, so you were dead set about the Emerald thing, Tom.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get that.
That's
when
why I
you
said I'd fucking to do a fake ID, go sign for Emerald and have a run. But why don't you play for Reggies, mate?
Well, 19s, all my mates are playing. That was the attraction to come
Yeah,
back.
but you'll play a game
I
of
will.
Reggies.
I'll
They'll
play
get-
a handful probably of Reggies. So
What's the setup? Is it 19s play before Reggies?
Yeah, well,
You'll
that's
definitely be playing
usually-
some games then. Because it'll be, come on, Jace.
Yeah,
have a
just
run.
come fucking chuck a jersey on, mate. Come off
Sit
the
on
bench.
the bench.
So yeah,
Put him on.
I'll probably play Roosters once or twice.
Yeah.
So there's a chance there that Tommy and I will go head to head.
If that happens, I am going with a camera and turning it on for the whole game.
I'll last fucking a bit longer that game.
There'll be some extra motivation.
Oh, well, that's awesome. I fucking
The boys are getting into it. The boys are having a run. It's good.
Yeah, getting
I'm
back.
gonna have to I'm gonna have to sit in the middle of these two.
And you've got gout, so you can't do fuck all.
You piss wreck.
I don't, but I thought I did for a little while there. Done something to me foot. Anyway,
Oh, Gowdy.
fucking no good. I've got a little video I want to play this week. It's from a bloke, Jacob Leake. He actually messages in about Tommy's crows all the time, and it fucking It really, makes me weak. And he went to the game at the Adelaide Oval this weekend.
Nice.
And he sent a little 7 or 8 second video in of something that I just want to play. And he said straight after it, "Sorry about the audio. I was a tad excited."
Copy.
That was a good goal.
How good is that?
So I reckon he's had about fucking 20 cans.
I reckon that's
And it was
definitely
absolutely-
an adolescent crow.
That was a good
It
crow,
was
though,
fucking
eh?
good, man.
I liked it.
It's
And-
I think a crow's more of a deep but like he said, he's
Yeah.
excited.
Oh.
That's an excited crow.
He was up and about, and they just kicked the goal, so
Yeah,
I
prime.
assume that's why he's done it.
Good
But
shit.
good stuff, Leaky.
Crom getting
Surely
up.
he gets called Leaky.
I love that it's a thing. That's a thing. Because it had to be, eh? Like it
Yeah.
had to be some
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
when
yeah,
there's an
yeah, yeah.
annoying, easy to make noise,
Yeah.
it fucking gets pumped.
Yeah.
Just plays over the
That's right.
audio every time they kick a goal.
Everyone knows that sound too.
Oh yeah.
Still reckon they should like hover as a crew and do it together at the opposition team, like as they run out. Just
The murder.
Yeah, just
It's
murder
actually
them.
that funny with all the names that we have as their sport team names. Like we're used to it. It's normal. That's how it is. But my missus loses it, over the names.
Oh, yeah,
She'll be
'cause she-
watching a team and I'll be like, "Oh, it's the Panthers versus the Eels or whatever," and she'll just laugh. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And then I like tell her all of our national team names: the Wallabies, the Kangaroos, the Diamonds.
Well,
the
what are
bloody-
they? Like,
the
what
hockey.
what are their team names over there?
Just Sweden.
Yeah. Well, it's like soccer, so it's like, yeah, just.
But
The
what
national
about the
fucking
Swedish?
football club.
What about their league that's inside the country?
Yeah, they just call where they're from. Like,
What
Yeah.
boring cunts.
Like-
so say they're from Stockholm, it's Stockholm FC.
So what do you
Stockholm
just have a
Football
cutout of the fucking
They have
the
mascots,
county as a
but
mascot?
they don't like.
Yeah.
Like for example, like Manchester United, but theirs is Red Devils.
Yeah,
That's
but
like-
they don't call themselves it.
Yeah, they don't call themselves like they
Well, that
do,
just
but
doesn't
not
work,
like
does it?
Yeah, it's not the
So it
same
always
as we
cracks
do.
It's
me
like
up.
if you went to that game and it was the Manchester United and there was a devil, you're like, look at this weird cunt.
Yeah, if they don't have a big
is he?
fucking devil running along the side of the pitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's interesting though, eh?
It is, especially when you say it back to yourself, though, especially when I say socceroos,
Yeah.
hockey-roos, and shit like that. I'm just
yeah,
like,
man.
fuck it, that is gay. but all the other ones are sweet. The Wolves and the bloody
Yeah.
Man,
Kangaroos.
I'd much rather that though than being like the Brisbanes.
Brisbane FC.
Yeah, Brisbane FC. Go.
Yeah. Anyway, now the actual sledge of the week comes from Pommy. What's his name? I forgot his name.
I've forgotten his name.
You'll work
too.
out his pom anyway,
Yeah.
and it's a good one. We might have to do some translating after.
Pommy Carl here, calling from good old sunny England.
Get out of the way, you cunt!
Just calling up about the best sledges that you hear. So when I was playing league, we had one guy. Whenever he was coming up to the last tackle, he'd always shout, "Kick it to the winger! He's got hands like cow tits." Anyway, loving the pod. See you later. You.
So it took me a few goes to get it, but he's got hands like cow tits. Because it kind of does look like a hand, I guess, but it's all blown up. And shit.
That's
fucking
Oh, fuck. I thought he said cow ticks. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
So I said we'll do some translating.
fucking hang on, all right. But yeah, cow tits. That is fucking funny. Like a blown up rubber glove.
Basically,
Imagine trying to catch a ball with that. Yeah, that's fucking excellent.
the accent makes it funnier too. I
Yeah,
reckon.
Yeah,
Get out of the way, you cunt.
I've
The
heard a
road
couple
rage at the
of.
start got me too.
I've heard a couple of good ones, eh? Like I've heard one where they're like, you know, you got the ball skills of a lesbian.
Yeah.
Or, you
Heard that
know,
a million
hands like a
times.
digital clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Alex Wilson for that one. He told me that on Sunday.
Yeah.
There's a million of them, eh? Just a little one.
Oh,
liners,
yeah.
and they're that fucking funny.
They're good.
All right, good on you, Pommy Carl. I nearly forgot that
yeah,
again.
big Carlos.
Big
Carlos.
Carlos. It'd be nice weather over there at the moment too. All right, the Bronx have let everyone down. this week.
Yep.
I don't think I know anyone who tipped the Raiders, except probably a die-hard Raiders fan, which I don't know any of.
And I think they were still doubting themselves.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure on that ESPN tipping, they had like 2% tipped Raiders. So
Yeah, the Brisbane egos just fucked me.
This shits me when he does this.
Yeah,
Talks about the Bronx having an ego, and he supports Penrith.
I'm glad you brought that up,
telling
actually.
everyone that they're their daddies.
I'm
With
glad
Jerome Luai.
Yeah, keep going.
And Fisher Harris.
Yeah. I'm glad actually, I'm glad you brought it up because we're actually back-to-back premiers. And then when you do that, you have the opportunity to lip up. When you've done fuck all, you don't.
But who's lipping?
What, like,
Who's
fucking,
lipping?
It's just the way they carry themselves.
Katoni walking away from you.
He wasn't
the whole-
lipping. His lip wasn't moving.
Mate, the whole fucking lot of them, and just carrying on. Like last year, was it last year or the year before when someone did the crow and just missed the 8?
No, that was last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
That was
but,
the fucking, what's his name's fault at the news desk. Fucked us over
Channel
there.
9.
yeah, but anyway.
I don't think we've got an ego. I think Patrick Carrigan is the opposite of that.
Yeah, he is one good example for you. And that's why he's always on show. But that's probably why all the rest of the fucking stuck-up cunts aren't.
I think most Broncos fans, I fucking carried on a bit. But like,
We do carry on.
Yeah, you do carry on a lot.
In saying that, last year did humble me a bit. It's like, I'm not getting in my head of myself at all.
And all I can say is, remember last year, boys.
Remember round 1, Tom.
Round 1 doesn't matter a fuck, brother.
It wins your bragging rights.
The leading into the Panthers, I think they have just really hit their strides there. haven't
Yeah, they are looking good.
Holy.
Hey,
What was it, 32 zip at halftime?
Yeah, but all I'm hoping is that they, like, it doesn't have to be that every week, but I'm hoping that wasn't just like a fucking random game. Hopefully they should definitely do the same against the fucking Knights, but I mean, it'll be interesting to see when they come up against another good side.
Yeah, well, I reckon the Knights' draw against Manly a couple of weeks ago isn't as credited now because the top side just done that to Manly.
Yeah, that's right.
Because at the time I'm thinking the Knights are going really well, and they did win on the weekend. They're going really well, but that draw against Manly I thought was really good because I rated Manly with Turbo and all that. But after that, I just go, it wasn't as good as it looked.
Yeah, Manly are fucking on the down floor a bit now. I was talking to my brother and my old boy about this. How the fuck is Brad Parker in the NRL? Is there a worse centre in the game? Hank Scorpio.
Probably Hutchison for the Roosters. He's got
True,
to be
that's a
up
good
there.
shout, those two.
In saying that too, though, like Brad Parker, I suppose he's that typical defensive centre, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, as in, he just is there.
I just
You're just fucking shitting on your
I
breath.
was just about to say that.
A relative.
Yeah. Jace Parker just shitting on Brad Parker.
Hank Scorpio from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Oh, Brad Parker. Yeah, I do think that as well, though.
I just wonder what stood out to make you get picked in the NRL.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose, like, he does a job, but no one's going, oh, which centre do you love? And the kid's like, oh, I just love Brad Parker. Like, it just
I
doesn't.
want him on the back of my jersey, Mum.
Yeah, they're all after Katoni. He's a good
Or
bloke.
Branko.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Two great centres.
Everyone's after
Franco
Katoa,
is another
me.
one. How the fuck did he?
Yeah, he's up there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bros doing bro things. Just
They've done us.
fucking us.
They've done us.
It
So,
is proven.
yeah, they're just going to haunt me for the rest of my fucking life, the bros.
It's impossible, eh?
I actually
feel like
thought
this-
about putting my bet on them again today because I'm like, well, I'll just lose anyway. But I thought, like, just to test it, and I'm like, I'm not doing it to myself.
I thought about it's coming up, but I thought about just leaving the Warriors game and not picking anything.
Yeah.
I thought about tipping one thing and betting the other and saying, righto, cunt.
Yeah.
What are you going to choose?
Yeah, they'll probably draw.
Oi.
But you do get the tip.
And then
on
Jace
that
can put
website.
money on the draw.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, we're on to something here.
Yeah.
That's it.
We will get them.
One day.
We will get them. That's right.
One way or another.
We're going to get into the league, obviously, when we do our tips. But
Yeah.
did you have-
I was just thinking about the fights, the UFC. Here we go. We got a bit of action here. The Ambo going past. Shout out to the part of town we are in. But yeah, before we got on to the tips, boys, I was just going to say the UFC on the weekend.
Yeah.
Israel Adesanya with a highlight reel knockout.
Yeah.
Unusual
That
for
was
him.
I reckon
Fucking awesome.
I know what's happened.
Hmm.
So I know there's another podcast that you're on,
Yeah.
and you provided a bet
Yeah.
for them. And
Well-
I reckon as Pereira was into him, Adesanya's gone, fuck, I think Tommy's backed me. So if I just throw a wild one, it'll probably land.
Well, it was funny you say that because like that was Cam's input, like as in because he got the Jones submission a while ago. I can show you the bet slip where I put Israel Adesanya by knockout on and won a fair bit off it actually. So
Covered your bases.
So I went Israel Adesanya, but our show bet was for fucking Alex Pereira to get the knockout.
Get
yeah.
that, India, Cameron. You've just been shafted there.
Oh, yeah, like I said, he got $11 odds with the Jones submission, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was his choice.
It looked good.
I can't talk about tipping at all.
No. But I just think Adesanya knew that you'd had money on
yeah,
some of
Something
the other
just a
blokes.
sweet shot, I was like,
Yeah.
Well, it's
fucking
like he-
going to be another boring fight here. Like, Adesanya's been pretty boring since he's been champion.
Yeah.
And then Bolton Pereira fucking knocked him out. 3 times he's beaten him. And then I was like, Pereira had him up against the fence.
Yeah.
And then 2 shots, it just fucking cleaned him up.
I think
Oh,
he
I
sucked
had
him-
me out of my seat.
I think he sucked him into the like thinking that he was
Yeah.
sort of sucked, just like rocked and
Pereira
then just went boom.
opened himself up for it, but
I saw a post from someone and I thought it was a great shout, and that's Pereira goes up a weight class and fights for the title against Jamal Hill.
oh,
And then if he beat him, imagine a champ versus champ fight for the trilogy.
Oh,
Like
Wow.
for fucking how
He is a
cool
big
would that
boy,
be?
isn't he?
He
He could
is,
easily
man.
go up.
Easily. Like it's like he's torturing himself staying
yeah,
there.
it probably would be.
So, like, imagine how good that would be for the trilogy. Because, like, Pereira's beaten Izzy twice outside of the UFC, but you can't really count that
Yeah,
in
no.
that organisation.
No.
So, coming in and beating Izzy like that, and then Izzy beating him back, I reckon that would be such a good fucking build-up.
Yeah,
Definitely.
They're definitely going to fight again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be.
I don't
unreal
think it'll
if
be
they did
straight
that.
away.
No.
Not
No,
like it won't be like this one.
No,
where
it
they
won't be
just
back to
went-
back.
He just went, come here, and we're fighting again.
Yeah, that's right. No,
Yeah.
it won't be like that.
Nah, that was good. We
Anyway,
were-
I just thought I'd slip that in, boys.
yeah, it was prime. We were actually at Airlie.
Yeah.
We watched it at the Airlie Beach Hotel, and they had like live music on.
Oh, nice.
And the guys doing it, there was 3 of them. They were Kiwis, and they went, "We've just got to stop the show for the main event." And they went in, watched it, and we were all cheering and yahooing, and then they come back out and started playing again. Fuck
yeah, that's the go.
yeah, it was good.
Good shit.
Anything else in the sport? I got a little bit on the AFL, but I don't really have to talk
you
about.
don't want to talk about it.
Cats absolutely pummeling. the
Oh,
Hawks.
can't we say Owen anymore?
Nah.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
We played really well in the first half, and then the second half was like a proper.
1 goal.
It was like A grade was playing against the under 13s.
Oh, really?
There was 10 goals to nothing in the third quarter. Like
Yeah.
we didn't even score a
It was a
point.
Cats avalanche.
Yeah.
So it should have been. It should
Yeah.
have been that close in the first half.
We were up at half time. It was great.
Yeah. And
But
I was
anyway.
like, fuck me, not another one of these ones.
Yeah, because I was on the phone to a mate actually, and he was watching it. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Yeah, watching." I said, "Oh, who's up?" And he was saying the Cats were down, and I'm just like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully we
yeah.
get 0-4." But
We
yeah.
kicked the first 3 goals, and I'm just going, oh, this could not happen, surely.
Jeremy
Anyway,
Cameron is on another level.
yeah, just poleaxed an umpire.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
Oh,
too.
he's
Tony
kicked-
Carrolled.
He's kicked a goal at the
Wasn't
end
as
of the
vicious.
game,
Yeah.
carrying on. Like, they're already up by about 80 points. He's kicked it, and he's running along the wing, like, at the crowd with his fist like this, and the umpie's over here, and he's literally just run straight over the top of him.
Oh, true.
Helped him up, but the umpire
Yeah,
was
helped him
fine.
up and all that, but he was going full sprint, like he was
Yeah.
flying.
Fucking oath.
So that was good. The Masters was on the weekend, the golf. I don't know if you had a look at that, but big Spaniard John Rahm got the win.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, righto. I actually chucked a bet on just Cameron Smith just because I like him
Yeah,
before
yeah,
it started.
yeah.
But yeah.
Well, it played out as the perfect scenario for the PGA Tour because it ended up being Rahm versus Brooks Koepka at the end of the day. It was them 2 in the final group.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like the PGA versus Live sort of
Oh,
thing
yeah.
going on. So I reckon the narrative just played perfectly. That Rahm ended up winning and the PGA Tour wins sort of
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Like,
So,
I
sort
thought
of
that
a.
was
Do you reckon
good.
it's a good thing that Liv has started to sort of put a bit of pressure on the PGA, or does it put pressure on the PGA?
I don't know. I don't really like it, but I haven't looked into it enough. I
Yeah, you
haven't
are a
put-
traditionalist when it comes to sport.
Yeah.
Well, that's not giving you shit. Like
Yeah.
you do enjoy the, background.
I've
and the
done
history
the
of
classic
The game.
read about it for 5 minutes, so I don't actually know.
Yeah.
But if I was those golfers, I would have probably taken the oil money as well.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
fucking
it's
gone
less
and done.
golf, more money, but they're not
Yeah.
like current stars in the PGA Tour. They're not necessarily poaching them. They're poaching like Phil Nicholson, who's
Yeah.
passed.
They poached all the Dustin Johnson.
Yeah,
and
DJ.
heaps of these guns.
I'll tell you
Do you
what,
reckon
if
it-
you don't know much about golf, and even if you don't like it much, on Netflix always do those fucking sport documentaries.
Yeah.
Full Swing documentary. I've been watching that. It is fucking that good.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And genuinely, I've never liked watching. I love playing it. Fucking fun to get out in the course, but watching that documentary and just like the little insight to it, it has made me want to watch golf.
Oh, yeah,
Get
cool.
into the Masters and that. Like, so Full Swing on Netflix. Fucking watch that. And I'll guarantee you'll like golf a little bit more.
Yeah,
Not-
right. There you go.
Netflix are not a sponsor.
No.
Yeah. Not an ad.
Not an
an
ad,
ad.
just a tip.
Yeah. Yeah, good
Oh,
stuff.
so that'll lose.
Because like, do you reckon it puts like pressure on the PGA to maybe pay a bit more to the players or change a few things, like if Liv are offering so much, or you reckon they'll be like, nah, that's how we do it?
You can't compete with that. Like, it's stupid amounts of money.
Yeah.
I don't think you can compete. And that's not like they're getting paid shit.
No, I know.
Like,
No.
they get paid millions of
Yeah.
dollars.
I
So-
just think sometimes a bit of competition like that might be a positive thing for the players, like to be like, right, look, we can go here and get this. What are you gonna change?
Oh,
But
I'm
anyway.
hearing you. I'm just glad that they come to a resolution where the live players were allowed to play the Masters.
Yeah.
Because that was going to be a big thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't want to take away from the spectacle
You
of
don't
the
want
game,
the
eh?
best players not playing.
Exactly.
Because, like, Rahm goes and wins without them. It's like a little asterisk
Yeah.
going, oh, well, but they didn't play.
So you don't want to be like the Super League and the NRL back in the day.
Yeah, nah.
Like all that sort of shit.
You want them to still, like, they got their own tour. Because you've got different tours around the world. You got the European tour, the PGA tour, the DP World Tour, or whatever they call it.
Jesus.
There's heaps of them.
Yeah.
There's like
The double Peno tour.
then you got there's heaps of tours, but they're all sort of under the same sort of PGA.
The thing that'll
golf
keep
thing.
people playing PGA is like building a legacy.
Yeah.
Like to be able to say you won a Masters or the Open
Yeah.
is fucking lengths ahead of winning a live championship, whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
but
yeah.
money is everything in sport nowadays.
Yes.
Well, it's one of those things too where can Smithy go over there for a couple of years, just absolutely load his pockets and then just go, righto.
Well, I wonder if they're going to let them.
That's right. That's
thing.
yeah, exactly. But no, anyway, it's
it'll
interesting.
be interesting to see it play out.
Definitely.
And Netflix starting to film that Full Swing in that year, they couldn't have made the fucking
timed
timing
it
of that.
perfectly.
That is good.
They must have got an inside.
Yeah,
tip.
someone who made that call was just getting sucked
Greg
off.
Norman just fucking.
Oh, righto. Let's do our footy tips.
Righto, boys. I got the list here.
Righto,
Let me
we
go through them. So Thursday we have Dolphins versus the Rabbitohs at Suncorp.
Really, really wanted to tip the Finns again.
Yep.
After I bloody tipped his into that one last week. No worries. But I couldn't. I went the Rabbits. I think the way Latrell and the Rabbits played last week, I just couldn't do it. So
Alright.
go on the Rabbits.
What are you on, Jace?
Yeah, I'm going bunnies too. Same
Yep.
thing. I was like, Dolphins fucking, they played well last week.
Against the Cows, though.
Yeah, up in North Queensland too. But yeah,
I've
bunnies just played better. I'm
I've
tipping
tipped
bunnies.
against Dolphins a couple of times this season for this reason, and they've come through, and I've cheered them on and been off myself for not tipping them.
So
and
you're
because
going
I'm
Finns.
because I'm already going, because I'm already fucking going shit. I'm like, I sort of got to make these calls every now and again where I think it's a possibility of it happening. So I'm Fins up, baby.
It's an early decision, though, round 8.
Look, I
Yeah.
can't just be going everything at the end. I've got to slip one in every
Yeah,
now and
yeah,
again.
yeah.
So anyway, but I think it's a possibility though. Like I've seen weirder things happen this season.
Yeah.
So I'm Fins. I reckon the Fins. Hammer to be a big part as per usual.
He's on
He is
fire.
Can I just
well,
say I'm so impressed with Hammer. Like I was so wrong at the start of the season, saying like, oh, he hasn't proven himself yet. He might be all right, but I'll eat me words happily there because fucking
He's been unreal.
honestly, I would probably have him in better form than Walsh, and that's saying massive things. Like Walsh is prime, but I reckon Hammer in a shit team is being the fucking he's unreal.
They're two of the most in form.
Oh,
yeah.
Fucking oath,
Which is
mate.
great for Queensland.
Yeah.
Like having those two.
A lot of depth.
If fucking Ponga has a sore head still, like fucking those two to step in, beautiful.
He's come back from
Canada.
Kalen's come back from Canada. So apparently they got, your head doesn't hurt as much over there. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, I think they had a special machine over there that we don't have here. To run things on, because I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, okay, here's the old turbo fucking has to go over to fix his hammy. But I'm pretty sure they had a machine. Don't quote me that, because I had to read about it, and I think it had a special machine which tests certain things that we don't have. So I think that's why he went to Canada.
Righto.
But
thank you for that.
Yeah. Anyway, righto. Moving on to Friday, Sharks versus the Roosters, boys, at PointsBet Stadium.
Have tipped Cronulla.
Have you?
Home. Chook's performance last week was shocking. Nicholas Hines looking to bounce back after the bye, and they did lose that one to the Bros.
Yeah, I'm not tipping them this week, so they'll be right.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why I've gone them. And at home, and I don't know, I'm going to back Hinesy in to get it done.
Yeah, I agree.
But we have mentioned that teams like the Roosters and the Storm, they don't usually play two bad ones in a row,
It's fucking hard to keep saying that. Like, I feel like the same, and I've gone the Roosters for that reason, because I feel like saying, come on, I still have faith in Robbo and his foundations, and I feel like they shouldn't fucking lose like that 2 weeks in a row, and they should all be stinging. But fucking I'm nervous about it, because I go, is that still a thing this year? Like, it's like round fucking 7, and nothing's really fitting in like it should be yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, I've gone the Roosters.
Yeah, I've gone Sharkies.
Yep.
I think,
Ooh, here he is.
like,
on
it's
some
fucking...
ground.
Yeah, this was probably the toughest pick of the round, I think.
Yeah, that was hard.
Just because of the way Roosters played last week, they showed nothing. Joey Marnie returned and did nothing. They do have Tedesco back this week, but I think it'll be a cracker, but Sharkies will get up home ground advantage.
Yeah.
I think just the errors they made last week. I know it was wet, but
Tell you what I'll be doing is watching it. Like, I'm looking forward to
fucking
just
oath.
watching that game.
Yep.
8 o'clock that night, we got Sea Eagles versus Storm at Four Pines, which is Brookvale.
Now, again, this is not, I said this last week with Penrith and Manly. I don't think it's as one-sided as it seems. Manly fire up at home, but I do think Melbourne are hitting the straps. Munster the fullback, Meany's out. This is an old rivalry. Remember when these two teams you had to watch them between about 07 and 2012 or something?
Stink.
Battle of
The
Brookvale.
stinks, man. It was so
Every
good.
NRL fan knows about the Battle of Brookie.
Yeah. Well, they won a lot of premierships between that 07 and 12. Two of them got taken off the Storm, but I think they won 5 of the 6 in there. And
They were the two dominant
They were
teams.
the two teams. So not quite like that anymore. After all that, I've gone Melbourne.
Yeah.
Me too.
But I don't think it's as one-sided as it seems. What do you reckon?
I think Melbourne hitting their stride. They finally got that spine sort of. They had
Meany's out, though.
Meany's out. Pappenhausen still is out. But yeah, I think Munster and Hughes being back, the way they gelled together last week, and like you said, it was raining.
He's playing fullback, though.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then I just think the way that they fucking played last week, even when it was raining, they were still passing around like it was fucking dry as.
And they didn't drop it, eh? They were
Exactly. But I think Melbourne hitting their stride again after a patchy start.
See, what,
So, yeah.
what's the thing, like, why couldn't Munster just be 5'8" and attack still?
good. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason why
He
he
probably
couldn't
will
defend
still
in.
sort of play
He
that
couldn't
role.
defend in fullback.
Yeah.
And if he needed, I don't think he will. But I mean,
I reckon
worst
he
case
will. He'll
scenario,
chime in a lot.
Yeah, he will
Definitely.
be there a lot. So
Demand the ball.
I think the Storm.
He'll follow the play heaps.
Yeah.
He'll fucking do more than a fullback's job.
I think the Storm will win. But I think you're right, Grover. They might turn up, but who knows? After the fucking absolute raping last week.
You can't, you got to look at form somewhat, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just go, I'll tip the roughy here.
Yeah, that's right. You sort of got to have a bit of a reason.
Yeah.
Righto, Saturday. The Bros versus the Cowboys at 3 p.m. at Mount Smart. Fuck the Bros. I'm going the Cowboys. I give up. I'm like, at least I'm going to go against them, and when they get beaten, I can go,
Well, one of us is going to be right this week because I'm giving them another chance. And the Bros have got my
Going the
tip
Bros.
again. Yep.
Yeah, I've gone Cows.
Oh,
I'm like,
yes.
fuck it. They've both fucked me over in the tipping here, so it's like, I think Cowboys should bounce back. Whether they do, I don't know. They got Tuolungi and Nanara returning.
Honestly,
help,
I think the Warriors
fucks
will
me.
win, but I tip the Cowboys purely out of spite because I'm just like, well, fuck them. I want to at least go against them.
Yeah.
And if I win, it'll feel good.
Yeah.
You know?
She's a long flight over there from Townsville, boys.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so anyway, we'll see how we go there. Knights versus the Panthers, boys, at McDonald Jones Stadium at 5:30.
I think it's
That's a
no
landslide
brainer.
for me.
Obviously, we're all going to tip Penrith, but
The Panthers.
I do have a Newey are playing well. They just keep getting it done each week, but I think the step up now to playing the back-to-back premiers is that's going to find them out because they've been turning up for each other. They've still got a few injuries in that, but they've been turning up for each other. So I just don't think that will be enough.
I just think
against
Penrith I think they'll start out well in that, but I just think the end of the halves is when Penrith just fucking push you and just grind. And just get the
All 80 minutes. They don't fucking stop.
Yeah.
No matter how much
and
they're up by.
they've proper. Well, let's see. It might have been a one-off last week, but they're not going to go from that to terrible.
No,
See
they're
if
hitting their stride. They're
I
fucking
thi-
building.
I think it'll be a pretty dominant performance in the end. The scoreline.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah,
Be
we're
close
going
for a while, you
the
reckon?
riff.
maybe. The last game, we got the Queensland Derby, Titans versus Broncos, Seabus Super Stadium.
Bronx. They'll fire this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
They'll do the early season hat-trick over all the other Queensland teams and assert the dominance as masters.
Yeah, I think
Easily.
I'd tip the Bronx too. The game last week, boys, the fucking
That was the second last game, by the way.
I just wanted to say Cowboys versus Dolphins. I remember Ennis saying something about the rivalry, and I'm like, can you stop trying to fucking make everything a rivalry? Like, why would Dolphins Cowboys be a rivalry?
It's just the same
Why?
team.
Why? They live in the
Just
same
'cause it's-
state. The Bronx
Queensland teams.
Dolphins, fucking oath. That's built
Yeah.
for it, and that's it. But stop trying to create a narrative that's not there, cunt. It's two people in the same state. They're fucking. How far away from each other are they? You know, it just.
Yeah,
I
I
remember.
agree.
I remember listening to that and thinking, fucking stop it.
The only reason Broncos and Cowboys rivalries because they
They were the only two, yeah.
That's right.
And the fucking 2015 grand final. Like,
Yeah.
they have some great
Mate,
games.
they were like you said because
Yeah,
they were
I know.
the OGs of Queensland.
Goes and brings that up.
I don't like bringing it up, but you have to sometimes.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's those boys. We're all going the Bronx. Sunday we're going Raiders versus Dragons at 2 p.m.
You meant last game on the Saturday night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I realised that after too.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, I've tipped the Drags.
Have you?
Yep. It's down in Canberra. But I've tipped the Dragons because they've barely had a bad game. They ended up getting the sword put to them by Brisbane, but that was in the last 10.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think we all know how hot and cold the Milk are. They are hopeless. So,
They're fucking shocking to tip, aren't they?
Yeah,
All bet
very.
on.
yep.
But in saying that, I have tipped them.
Me too. Only because they're at GIO. That's the
Yeah,
only.
coming off a massive win away from home, they're going to be firing.
They'll take it out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
hopefully they fucking lose.
Actually, someone used to tell me when I was a lot younger, this is back when the Bronx were like, had the web
Dominating.
keys and the seven receivers and all
Yeah.
that.
The good
And
accountants and
even before then, they said that the old saying used to be, you don't beat Brisbane and then win the next week.
Yeah, true. Maybe that's back.
Yeah, could be.
That would have been a real hardcore Brisbane fan that told you that. So, righto. So, Groper's going our wooden spoon to tip.
Yeah,
to
I
take
know. Possibly wrong about that.
Yeah. All right, boys. To finish off, we got Eels versus Bulldogs at Combank Stadium,
Love
4:05
this.
p.m.
You know, the other week, Jace, when you said you love the Shire Derby on
Yeah.
the Sunday Arve,
Yep.
this is another one. Sunday Arvey, 4 o'clock kickoff. This rivalry has stood the test of time. Para v the Dogs, and I just reckon this is going to epitomise the fucking round.
It's just
for-
Yeah, it
fucking
is
great
good watching
Sunday
it. Do you know
footy.
what I wish it was though? Not at Combank. I wish it
Yeah.
was at an old like
Nah,
a
it's-
fucking
Isn't it at Eels?
Combank.
Yeah, that's Combank.
Yeah, like I was hoping it was at like like
Yeah,
it's in
imagine if it's at
Belmore or like at one of the
Yeah.
old, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
only thing for me that makes it better. Sunday Arvo footy at a fucking small
Yeah.
thing that's packed to the brim on the hill.
At least it's not at a core, though.
Yeah.
It's a bit better.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like, anyway.
I'm going the Dogs.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Yeah, I just reckon this is just going to be... So, until about an hour before we recorded, I was going to give a spiel about how good the packs look on paper, but Kick-Ow's just gone and torn his pec.
Yeah, 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I think he needs surgery too.
Anyway,
Addo Carr out as well.
yeah, they've got... who do they have back? Pengai Junior's back.
Yeah, big Tavita's
Running
back.
on for in the 10.
And he'll be running off for 10 as well at some point.
Well, Big Junior's back for the Eels as well this week. Junior Polo.
I'll go
so-
head to head.
I can't go past the old slipperies. I feel like for the start that they've had, and even though on paper they've lost a few, they've actually been fucking pretty. They've been playing pretty well, and I think Kick-Ow and Addo Carr, although he's a fucking bloke who hangs out with footy players, he actually gets them up and about. And you know, and
remember when he wanted to play fullback a couple of seasons ago?
Oh, yeah.
He
stay
wanted,
on the wing,
everyone-
Joe, and run fast.
Every
brother.
fucking winger and centre now.
wanted to leave the
the
Storm because he wanted to play fullback. Anyway,
I've tipped Para as well.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a fucking cracker. Like, it'll possibly be a fucking golden point field goal. Just the way the Doggies, besides last week, have gone down to the wire. Same with Para. I think it'll be a fucking cracker, but Para will just get over.
I think that last hour where Kick-Ow is now out, that
Yeah.
doesn't change. I'm still going to tip him, but it would have been handy to have him.
How good's
Yeah.
Reed Marnie, boys?
Oh, he's fucking...
He's found a bit of form again now. He
Yeah.
had a couple of quiet
Yeah.
weeks there.
And if you're just watching and you want us to keep an eye on something, watch how Mitch Moses fucking sooks that game. Even
Yeah.
Gutho flies
Keep
in
an
with
eye
his
Yeah.
with his nice hair.
If you're not really interested in the game, or it's a flogging or something,
yeah, just keep an
just,
eye out.
yeah, just watch Moses. Moses watch.
Yeah, Moses watch. That's right.
Sook watch.
Yeah, sook watch. Right over there's the tips, boys. There's a bit all over the place
There's
this
a bit
week
in there.
from us.
Yeah. A
Fucking
bit in
oath.
there, but that's sort of what I reckon we do is instead of just banging the tips, we give a bit of a.
No, well, that's
Spiel.
good.
And then we
Yeah.
talk about last week as well.
That's right. I think that's the best way to do it, Because saying those names brings it out. So, yeah, good
Yeah.
shit.
Hey, Groper, just quickly, what's that you got in front of you there?
This,
Yeah.
the standard squeeze,
The
mate.
standard squeeze. The perfect mixing bottle for all you piss wreck Reggies. Whether you're going to your local weekend footy, camping, or fishing, the standard squeeze is an essential in every Reggie's bag. Top it up with your piss. Head over to thestandardsqueeze.com and use code Reggie15 to get 15% off all purchases.
Keeping the lid on this week.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Didn't see the instructions on the back.
Yeah,
So
I noticed that.
You get instructions here of how to use it.
Look,
If you've
honestly,
never used a two-stroke bottle before or roundup, it'll show you.
It is awesome. We've all got them.
I've
time.
literally got multiple of them with all different piss in at my bar at home.
Tom, actually, because you've got the little the space here
Yeah.
to write what's in it, so it's like some whatever squeeze, and Tom's got some Mount Gay rum in one, and he's written Mountain New South Wales rum.
Fucking oath. It's brilliant.
Doesn't
So-
your Bundy one have DV as well?
Yeah, Bundy's DV. Mount Gay is Mount New South Wales. It's good. You can have fun with it. That's what it's all about.
It is.
Fucking squeeze. Use the code Reggie15. Check out.
Use it. But this segment, we got to call someone out. We got to pick a squeeze of the week, and like they normally do, this bloke picked himself this week. We're going to the AFL. There was a cracking game of footy on Saturday night.
Yep.
Sydney played Port Adelaide at the SCG, and it was a back and forth fourth quarter battle. Goal to Port, goal to Sydney, goal to Port, goal to Sydney. Sydney are 2 points up. Ollie Florent takes a mark about 45 metres out. The siren's 10 seconds away from going. So he's got a shot to win the game after the siren. Every kid's dream. He's rolled in, hit. The camera was behind him on the reverse angle, so you could see exactly what's going on, and it was straight at. It couldn't have been more in the middle of the sticks. And he's run off carrying on like he's fucking just won the game, and it didn't get there.
People in the goal square were fucking running
one
off
of the
too.
Sydney players in the goal square, he's watched him kick it, ball sailing towards him, and he just runs off to him with his arms in the air, thinking, "Oh, it's obviously going to get there," because he was about 45 metres out. So, an elite bloody AFL players kicking them from 50.
Yeah.
And it hasn't got there by ages too. It wasn't just. It didn't get there by about a metre.
Like, it wasn't just tipped or anything. It was
like they
caught.
pretty much spiked it into the ground.
I've never seen anything like that. Like, after the siren to win, that, like, the whole situation I've never seen anything like that.
And he's dived on the ground and someone's jumped on top of him and then they've realised and he just put his head in his hands.
Oh, we talk about head noise. Imagine him after that.
He would have fucking struggled sleeping.
And the internet is a cruel place.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
like fucking hell. He would have got absolutely peppered.
So
Poor cunt.
get that into your ollie.
Yeah, so
But
get
your
that into
SQs,
on top of it as
Make
well.
sure the fucking ball goes through the sticks, mate, before you run off.
He'll never do
carrying
that
on.
again.
Well, you
Nah,
showed me
for
that
sure.
clip before it, man, and he probably got tackled by another bloke, and they're like,
Yeah.
and then both looked up. Oh no!
At their home ground too, at Sydney.
Yeah.
So
Fucking big
it was
game.
one of those moments. Like, he would never have forgotten that. And
Mate,
now he definitely won't ever forget.
Is there
Still won't
like?
forget it.
Have you ever looked up like a compilation of the winning shots? Like there'd be like basketball, AFL, fucking conversions. Just
I've watched heaps of
Yeah.
I'm a YouTube slut.
yeah, how good are those moments? So that's what
yeah.
that's what makes sport so good. Those moments where, like you said, every kid who goes down with a kick and tee and a ball,
Yeah, that's what
pretending
you're
like
thinking.
he's on the thing, you know.
I just watched one today. This bloke put together the 10 best after the siren goal kicks
Unreal.
in the league.
Yeah.
It's
or it was
fucking-
like within a minute to go
How-
of the 80.
How iconic was JT hitting the post
Oh.
from the sideline?
There's twice that's been brought up now, that game.
Fucking hell.
Imagine, well, actually,
I
that
wish-
brings up Benny Hunt. He would have relived a fucking moment. Remember the last play of the
Yeah.
game? They could have kicked a footy, like a 2-point field goal.
Yeah.
Benny Hunt drops a sitter, and it's
Yeah.
like, I feel so sorry for that bloke because he's such a good fucking player, man.
Fucking
So
he
solid,
is
eh?
one of the best in the NRL. I reckon he would probably be one of the best hookers overall out of
Yeah.
anyone, but he's that good at half. They play him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Like,
100%, man.
The poor cunt.
But
like-
that moment that he got last year for Queensland, that
Yeah.
just fucking was
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
good,
that-
man.
Go Dozer!
Yeah. And then the camera like peels down to him and he's that fucking exhausted, but he just belts out a Queenslander. The camera, it was so good.
I wouldn't say it outshined the knock on as a Broncos fan, but fucking it was close.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
I'll fucking never forget that.
But yes, he definitely would have not quite as bad because it
Yeah.
wasn't the grand final.
It was
but-
Titans.
Yeah.
Charlie Staines would have fucking
Oh,
as your first
What
taste
an
of it.
unfortunate name, just quickly. C. Staines. If he didn't get called Cum Staines at school, I'm not here.
yeah.
Anyway, shout out to Cum.
Bet you wish he had a bit on his hands when the ball was
That's right. Yeah. Bit of stick.
unlucky cum. That shouldn't be that funny, but it is.
Love a good one syllable short name. Oi, Cum.
Hey. Oh, boys, let's have a punt.
Yeah, let's have a punt.
Let's have a punt.
Let's.
How'do. Last week, how'd yous go?
Average.
Oh, same as every other week. At least I'm consistent.
Very consistent. Oh, let's just start with the all-in. The Blue Bet all-in.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, proudly brought to you by our waging partners at Bluebet. Back again this week. Kitty surviving, of course. That's what happens when I've got it. Look, Animo, he was a little disappointing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really thought he was going to give Dubai Honour a real crack, but man, them overseas gallopers are just something else, eh? When you get over 2,000 metres, they're just fucking too good.
Exactly.
But he did what he needed to do for the Bluebet all-in. Now, we had a scratching early in the day. I think Cascadian come out,
Yeah.
which gave us a deduction. So we
Yep.
didn't get the full 650 because I did get odds of $1.30 to place.
Yeah.
But yeah, familiar tale being told here. Your turn again, Gary Rowan, with around $611 to go all in thanks to Bluebet.
Oh, I'm pumped up about this one because I'm going something different. I'm
Nice.
steering away from the horses.
No ponies.
Yes.
No
Thank fuck.
ponies.
Tom's rang you, hasn't he?
No. So this week I'm doing Penrith to get up over the Knights with the line of -3.5.
Yeah, nice. Fucking
Here we go.
oath. I almost said in our group chat today, boys, of like, fucking, that's
We're
what
using
I
our brains.
I'm so glad I
Yeah.
didn't.
You said it before, and I was just like, this
What are we
place can
getting
be
here?
pumped up. Well, we're getting $1.20 odds.
That's fucking fine.
That's why I was like, I think it was $1.15 for head to head, but I was like, I'll bump it up a few cents
Oh,
there.
so hang on. Sorry. -3.5.
Yeah,
Yep.
so they got to
Righto.
win by 4.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Penrith are on fire at the moment, like we said before, building momentum each week.
Yep.
They'll roll the Knights, convincingly, but I'm
Yeah.
just playing it safe with that -3.5. But yeah, $1.20 odds with our proud betting partner, Blue Bets.
I like it.
Get
That
on
is
it.
good. That is really good. $1.20 is like, some people are going to say it's skinny, but
Yeah.
Man.
You're chucking, 6.10 on it?
Well, look,
6.11.
Well, you look
6.11,
at,
yeah.
but here, this is what I think about that too, because I was having to think about that, and I'm going, yeah, but I go on a horse at $1.30, and I think it looks good, but I know fuck all, obviously, about horses, so I'd rather go something a bit skinnier on something
Yeah.
I know about.
100%.
You know, so-
Oi, what do we have? We'll have fucking around the 800 again when that happens. And it's better than having 800 than having zero.
Exactly. No, that's right. Love it, Jace. Good
Righto,
stuff.
good stuff.
Rip
I like
in.
it.
Fucking
Now-
oath.
The Blue Bet Old Boys segment
Yeah.
is up again. Don't think we had anything to chime about last week.
No,
once
well,
again.
well, the old boy got a place.
With Townsend.
Mm.
No third divvy though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So there was only 6 or 7 in it.
Oh,
He
righto.
ran third. So you're right, he did run third,
Yeah,
but there
right.
was no place price.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I didn't
So,
even fucking see
Which was
it.
a bit unfortunate.
Yep.
Yeah, that was. I liked that though because it was race 1, and me and the old boys steamed into the Bow and Turf Club and just went to a bookie and went him, and then he just took our money all day. But
Yeah.
if Townsend had a bit more ticker, we could have, really taken that bloke for a
Young
ride.
chatty.
But it was a good run.
Yeah.
Not going
it
to lie,
was.
because it did so much work to get to the front, and then obviously
Just not
died
good
on the
enough.
bum a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, now we put the call out this week for the old boys to back a greyhound. However, there wasn't any odds out for the fuckers on Blue Bet, not even for Friday night's dogs. So there was fields and boxes, but no odds. So we then put the late call and said, boys, you can change it if you want. Pretty sure Keto still went a dog.
Yeah, old Rocket's still stuck a pan liquor.
The way Keto's going, he may as well just throw it at the stumps and have a crack with no odds because same result.
Yeah.
Righto, let's get it. Blue Bet, old boys.
G'day Reggies, how are we this week?
Good, mate.
Listen, there was a change of scope late in the day today. Went from having to pick a dog, and fuck, there was a change,
Oh, he
into
did.
going back to what I know best. Just picking winners. Guys, also got trimmed up to say that I cannot go past 60 seconds with my little scenario, so I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. Brisbane Race 8, number 8, Wolverine. Chris Lee's trained, $3.10. Keto's Collectors is going to win this week. Been racing in Ramick, Group 1s, 2s, 3s. Actually beaten by In Secret when it was first up 4 starts ago. Only beaten 3.8 lengths. Dropping back to a listed grade. Coming to Queensland to get into some of the big races later on. This horse will win. So get on. The Blue Bet, 310, Wolverine. Catch you next week.
That's good.
There you go.
I like it.
So he's gone the horse, Wolverine,
He's
310,
gone a bit of a different MO.
but just something that might have a sniff.
Something on the snout. 40 on the snout, 310. Fucking love it.
It's not a $51 L Patronus.
No, and then be annoyed when it doesn't win. I got a mate like that, eh? He backs nothing under 30s and then gets shitty when they don't win.
Yeah.
But he goes, but when they hit, yeah.
As long as you hit him in the ratio, right? Like, as long as you hit one, like, obviously you don't have to hit as many so often, but as long as you do hit one every now
Yeah.
and again to make it worth
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G'day, Reggies. Pedro here for his pick of the week. Well, no luck again last week. Addo Carr snapped his whole leg clean off, I think. But,
That's right.
I don't think I picked up the try scores anyway. But
Forgot
change it up. Back to the races. Randwick, hopefully it's a bit drier, but
Will
I think it's going to be soft. That's all right. We're going to go Randwick, race 8, 1,400 metres of Schweppes all-age stakes. That's right. I'm sure there might be a few people on this. There's some big horses in this, Private Eye, Cascadian, Mazu. But like no doubt, Big Red Man Jace, and jumping on number 1 Zaki, J Mac.
Ooh.
I watched a couple of his rides on the weekend, and I was pretty amazed. He's a great jockey.
Yeah, he
But,
did me well.
Thanks to Bluebet, paying about $6. Just coming off a spell. Get on it, boys. Zaki. Cheers, eh?
Zaki.
Gone to the all-aged. That's the biggest race of the day.
How dare he go against the Gropes?
You're not allowed to.
Sneak peek into what's to come.
Yeah.
Great horse, but
Yeah, it
Zaki's
is.
a great horse.
It is.
I think Rocket has just fucking plucked the dog out here, boys.
Yeah,
So
well,
he's gone
that's
to the kennel.
actually shocked me that because I sort of half got Keto's spiel about the dogs, but he
Yeah,
must
yeah.
have panicked.
Yeah, at last minute. I'm glad Rocket's going to the dogs.
Yeah,
That'd be good to
fucking
fucking
oath.
mix
Fuck
it
yeah.
up a bit.
I wonder
with
what
a
happens
pan
with
liquor.
their odds though. Like what when they put them in.
Man, well, let's have a look now. It's 6:56 now. I'll have a look if they're up yet.
Look at Fridays.
Yeah, I'm going to.
See if Fridays are even there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're going Friday. No, it's still
Go to like race 7 or something.
race 7. Nah.
No,
it's
righto.
still
So it's
not up.
Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and they're still not out for
Rocket
Friday
has
night.
gone this just blind, and I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh, I'm gonna load it.
Oh, yeah.
This is the best Reggie bet of all time.
Yeah.
Hey boys, punters, Rockets, Roughies, raring to go. Great to be back with a bit of coin on the weekend. Let's see if we can do it again. We're off to Geelong on Friday. Race 3, Panlicker 7, Incineration. It's a 2-year-old dog. It's racing over 520 metres. Look for him late to burn him at the end.
That's all right.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I can't say I like it. I know that dog. Like I know,
Yeah,
I got no
nah.
idea, but I'll be fucking backing it. I'll tell you.
Out of 7, at least it's towards the edge.
Yeah, I
Like-
love 7.
Yeah.
7 was me. 4 and 7 were me gates.
I love 8
Yeah, I
dog.
like a 4 too.
Yeah.
I love 8 dog personally.
Yeah.
And there's a bet that it's like I've said before called Hot Wings where it's 1 and 8, and it's normally very
yeah.
short.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. There's
Yeah.
the fucking old
There's
boys.
the Bluebet old boys. Thank you.
Fucking
again.
oath.
Thanks to Bluebet. Now I'm going to go to the all age as well at Randwick race 8.
Big
Gig-
race, Groper.
Huge. Well, fucking. What happened last week, boys?
Yeah,
I just
true.
poured yous into a tissue. Queen of the Turf Group 1.
Yeah, had
13
hay fever.
13 to 1, and that thing won by the length of the straight, just about. Anyway, I thought we covered that already, so thanks for bringing that up again. Giga Kick here is the obvious one, hence the shorter price. But first time out to 1,400 for it, so question marks there. You can't take $2.70 when it's never run that
Yeah.
far before. Zaki. Pedro's mentioned it. He loves it first up at 1,400. He always starts first up 1,400 after a spell. And he was obviously meant to run during the carnival earlier, but he had issues and the ownership group weren't happy. So he's coming back and he'll go to the winter carnival in Brizzy now. Like this will be his first run and then winter carnival in May.
Yeah, right.
But I just want to see him go around first. Who knows? He's 8 years old now. So I'm sticking fat with number 3, Private Eye here. Ran near last in the TJ, but he was hammered by another horse into the rail. Was lucky to stay on his feet, to be honest. So did no work at all. They basically just held him down the straight, trotted him home. So he's fresh as. He's third up, but yeah, not asked to do anything in his last start after that big check at the turn. I love it out to 1,400 now. Easily can bounce back. And once again, I can't not have something on him and then watch him win. So I'll be having 20 each way.
Well, you won't lose if it wins.
That's right.
There you go.
So how much? What's the odds on it?
Good question. It was about 850 a win and I think around 260, 280 a place when I looked earlier. Didn't write that down, but yeah, you'll get around 850 a win.
Cool.
That's around how much I was paying last time too.
Yeah, there's a few horses around that. Like Zaki was 6s, Private Eye was 850. I think Cascadian was 11s, and then another danger in that race is what's it called? Jackano.
Yeah.
Great horse, but it pulled up last start and it had something going wrong, internal bleeding or something going on. So I just want to see that go around again too.
Tough race, but tough.
Very
race.
tough. That's why I went
Great
there.
horses. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. I do like Zaki, but that's why I give him
I like
the big pump
Cascadian
up
as
there
well.
just in case it wins.
Yeah. Cascadian got scratched last weekend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
nice little rest.
that's right. They scratch it and then they race it again. That's always positive.
Exactly.
Righto. You having a multi?
Yeah, mate. I'll keep fucking slugging away here. Just keep getting pumped.
Put a line through this one.
Yeah, that's right. No, I'll hit one soon. So this week I'm going to Panthers Knights as well. I think it's just, you got a few tries to pick from, lots of points. I'm going Panthers to get the line, and they've got it at minus 15.5. I think 16 points to beat the Knights by isn't fucking too much to ask at all. I've got over 44.5 points for the game in total, because I think Panthers will pump them, but Knights will probably score a couple as well, what normally happens. And I've just got Dylan Edwards as any time. After last week, I feel like he's going to, at least in a dominant performance, be sniffing up the inside for one try. That's paying $5.
Beautiful.
So I've just kept it simple. Tried not to put too many
Yeah.
try scorers. Minus 15, so I have to win by 16. Get over 44.5 points, and Dylan Edwards anytime.
I like the first two because if they're going to win by 16, they're probably going to, the total points is probably going to be more than 44. So
Yeah.
that's good. Sort of.
And Edwards fucking scored a hat-trick last
Well,
week, so he's a great shout.
Because that's why I'm going a high-scoring game. Sometimes I pick at one wing and they fucking just drill the other side.
Yeah,
I
they
hate
have
that.
to.
All the
Pet
fucking
peeve.
time. So that's why I'm like, if I just go the fullback in a raping, then surely he is just sniffing once.
he's
Yeah.
always
One
there.
sniff up
backing
the
up.
inside.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
well, they've been
So,
talking about how he's playing on both sides of the ruck this year. So
Yeah.
mate, in
Great
my
bet.
opinion, in form, fullback of the whole comp.
I wouldn't say over Reece Walsh and Hammer.
he's just.
I don't know. Last game, man, it was fucking
Yeah,
good.
He was.
He
good.
was.
Like there is a few, like we said before, like Hammer and fucking Reece Walsh and that. But I
I
just
think you
feel like
declared Hammer as the best one.
yeah, out
Make
of
up
the
your
two,
mind.
out of the Queen. I'm talking about Queenslanders.
Oh yeah.
I said with Ponga out, Reece Walsh and Hammer as the Queensland fullbacks.
Okay.
But I just
We'll give you
feel
the
like
benefit of the doubt.
Good news is we recorded it, so we can.
yeah, that's right. But I just feel like Edwards at the moment is fucking like. Well, he played Turbo last week.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's Turbo in that game?
Where,
He
who?
did nothing.
Yeah.
Did he
so-
play?
Apparently he was managing like a back injury or something, but
Oh, of course.
yeah.
Well,
But anyway,
Always something to
probably
blame it on.
coming from the string.
Whoever he is, I hope he fucking scores.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Come on, Dylan.
So anyway,
We
that's
need to pick up morale here in the
we,
middle.
We definitely do. 100%.
Yeah.
Righto.
I've got a tip as well because, like we've said, all in doesn't count.
Yep.
And I'm heading to Randwick, but I'm going race 7. This horse is previously
The other
backed-
big one.
Yes. Previously backed by Groper. And a horse that's been building well this autumn, Don Corleone.
The Don.
Last race, he ran the 1,400 metres and ran beautifully in the home straight and just got second. So this time it's running 1,600. And I think, although it hasn't won at this distance before, it's primed, ready to go. And just the way it ran last time, it's like I said to myself, if it had an extra 200 there, it would have won.
Yep.
So it's got the extra 200 here. The bloke I back far too often, James McDonald.
Is he on it?
He's riding it.
What? He
Yep.
just books anything that's paying under $3.
Oh, yeah. Well, this one is paying over $3.
Is it?
Yes. It's paying $3.90 on Bluebet for the win, and I'm backing it for the win as I always do.
Yep.
Come on, the Don.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
He has not run a bad race.
He hasn't.
All prep. I think he went second, fourth, second. So, yeah. I like
Due for
that.
a win.
That's good.
Definitely
He
due
might
for
be
a
a bit
win.
of a bridesmaid, though.
You reckon?
We'll see. I like it.
we
Good
will
bet.
see.
Oh, well, that's probably all we got time for today. That was fun, boys.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
Don't forget,
As always.
if you like what you're hearing, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us, all that good stuff. Keep sending in the messages.
Yeah.
We love all that. All your comments make us laugh.
Fucking oath.
Bob's is best.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we better get to Barbs. He's pulled us out of the shit once more. We've never forgot about him, so we better give Barbs a run.
Sorry,
Barbs,
mate.
He would have been off you.
Oh, shit, yeah. He would have been listening for his tip.
It probably would have come through. We're going to fuck it here.
Yeah.
Right, let's finish off with this.
Definitely hit us with Barbs. It's best. I didn't fucking put it on the run sheet, see?
Oh,
That's that digital shit.
yeah. Fucking hell.
Boys, well, not the best result last week for Barbs' best bet. Started on a high the first week with that bloody rocket. He could stop far lap. But at least little hope in your heart, you know, she run into the drum behind Groper's flying best bet of the day. So I hope you all got something back. I know Groper did. He rung me. He was carrying on like a real Reggie. Anyway, Reggies, this week, my best bet of the day, we're heading west to Sand Groper country. I'm sticking with a Queenslander in the inaugural running of the Quokka, Uncommon James. Winner of the Oakley Plate 2 back and second in the Galaxy last start. This horse is screaming out for 1,200 metres. Benny the Flying Machine Thompson will take the reins, and can he ride a winner? Dead set, this bloke could win on a broomstick at the minute. Barrier 13's a little sticky, but he won the Oakley Plate from the same gate, and the big wide open space of Ascot will help immensely. He's got to take on WA's Golden Girl and Amelia's Duel for the Pontiff Patrick Carberry, but she's never faced a horse like this bloke. He is the dead set real deal. Barbs' best bet on Saturday, boys. Ascot Race 8, number 4, Uncommon James. Keep it stiff, lads, and happy punning.
I like that.
Good stuff.
Like, I'm glad he mentioned that Amelia's Jewel too, because, yeah, she is the bloody princess over there, and she'll be very short, I reckon.
right.
So you might get a little bit better odds for Uncommon James because of her.
I don't know too much about the Perth horses, but, yeah, fucking don't mind changing it up a bit there.
Yeah, it's good.
Fucking
Inaugural running of the Quokka. I don't know if it's a Group 1 or if it's... Don't know too much about it, but there must be a couple of half-decent races going west.
Yeah.
Good so, that's good. Sorry about that, Barbs. Nearly forgot about you.
A late introduction.
Jesus. All right,
stuff,
well,
lads.
as I just said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep
Give us a
sending
rating.
messages in.
If
Tell
you
your
like
mates
what you
about
hear.
us.
Fucking
Yeah.
oath.
Loved it. See you next week.
Cheers.
Happy punting.